It won't be just King Charles getting crowned this weekend. As the invite officially states, Queen Camilla will be crowned. Also, it's a big step for the Queen Consort, a title bestowed on her by the late Queen Elizabeth, who apparently took some convincing to do just that. Camilla famously did not adopt the title of Princess of Wales after her marriage to then Prince Charles, out of respect to the late and much-loved Princess Diana. But is she now disrespecting Queen Elizabeth by dropping consort to become Queen Camilla? It's got a nice ring to it. We've got Camilla's biographer, Angela Levin, joining me now. Angela, your own book didn't predict this. Your title is Future Queen Consort. But did Prince Harry get it right when he said Camilla is ambitious and conniving? In his book, he said she was playing the long game. Is this what's happened here?
No, absolutely not. He's full of lies. His whole thing has been to try and down everybody. But let me just explain what Queen Consort actually means. It means that person is there to support the monarch, but will never take the monarch's place should they pass away. That means that obviously the tradition of going to the next generation is reassured. Now, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, late Queen Elizabeth's mother, she was a Queen Consort. Before her, Queen Mary was a Queen Consort. Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, was a consort. That's all that means. People have jumped up and down. The Queen would think it would be very clumsy once the coronation was over to keep calling her Queen Consort when no other consort is actually called that. So people have hung on to that, but it's really a nonsense. I've been trying to explain, but, you know, some people don't want to know. But
you explained it beautifully.
But Camilla, as a person... Thank you. The suggestion that Camilla has been trying to grab the royal high of what she's being called is a nonsense. In fact, she doesn't like being in the public eye. She doesn't like the spotlight. She does a tremendous amount quietly without telling anybody, because she feels that her title gives her the opportunity to help people get help or courses that they need to help them move on. If they're ill, she gets good people to look after them. She does all that, and she's not like that at all. She doesn't feel that being queen then turns the job into 50-50. She feels this is King Charles's job, it's his reign, and if you notice, she always walks a little bit behind him, just as Prince Philip did with Queen Elizabeth. That's not to show that she's doesn't think much of herself. It's to show respect for the king. She's powerful when she goes out on her own to do her own engagements. Things like literacy and domestic violence are very, very important to her, to try and encourage the literacy and get rid of the domestic violence. But she's a very unspoilt woman. She's not snobby in any way. She likes to have ordinary people at places where she goes, which are engagements where there's a lot of hoi polloi, very sort of stuffy
Angela,
top people. And
you will not get any argument. You will not get any argument from me. I think she has conducted herself beautifully. She's been a wonderful support to Charles, and I think she hasn't put a foot wrong. And yet, we've had some polling done in Australia recently where the royals were all ranked, the approval ratings by YouGov. And Camilla's approval rating, I was shocked to see, was 35% here. Do you think that's fundamentally unfair? And do you think she's still, possibly because she isn't as public, she doesn't do the interviews, that people are still got this negative feeling towards her because they associate her with the entire drama with Princess Diana?
Yes, you're absolutely right. She's worth 100% actually, because, as you say, she works very hard. She's very honest. She believes in the monarchy and is very loyal. The royal family give; they don't take. It's not about me, me, me. So she fits into that brilliantly. She also helps King Charles do better because he's so happy, and you hear them joking with each other, and they're very, very relaxed. But I've had various emails and people saying to me, how dare you write a book about Camilla? She killed Diana. Now, you know, that's ludicrous because Diana refused to have any of the protection officers that King Charles, or then Prince Charles, offered to pay for. She didn't put her seatbelt on. She had a driver who was drunk and had been taking drugs. You know, you can't blame that. It also is, you know, nearly 26 years ago, but they are sticking to this. And I think it's also because she is older. People respond to an older woman not in the same way as they would to a very beautiful woman like Princess Kate or Princess Diana. I think it's incredibly unkind, but I'm sure that once she's established at the Queen, she will feel more comfortable and that she can actually do more work in public. I've noticed that she's gone quite quiet over these last 2 months, and that's because it's a very important thing that's happening, and she doesn't want to say anything that people can pounce on or wear anything that people can criticise.
Yes.
She's got what I call her navy uniform on. When she goes out on quite a serious engagement, she always wears
I
navy.
think you're 100% right, Angela. I think as we get to know her more, see her more, I think that public approval rating is just going to go up and up because she seems like just a down-to-earth, genuinely nice person. Angela, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate it.